I've been listening to the debate back and forth and read over the resolution, and in listening to it, I have to agree with one of my colleagues who said we can do this better. We can get more creative. Why does it come down to an either-or situation? I've listened to the protests. I've seen the TV commercials and heard the radio ads and received the mailings that say, tax the rich or else. That say, we don't care about education if we don't impose this tax. Really? Do we really have to go that route? It really comes down to being that simple? I heard one colleague say, stand up if we want to close nursing homes. Stand up if we want to impose, a millionaire's tax. We can do better than this. There are better ways to do this. The fact of the matter is we imposed this tax a couple of years ago, called it a millionaire's tax. It wasn't a millionaire's tax. Let's face it, it was a success penalty. But we imposed this tax and said it's going to be temporary. It'll sunset. It'll go away. We just need it to get through, and then we'll be okay. And what did we do when we imposed the tax? We took the revenue in, then we increased spending. That's like your teenager taking the credit card, running it up to the limit. It won't go through anymore, so you up the limit. We can't keep upping the limit. We can't keep going to the same well. We've got to get more creative. We talk about polls, and I love this. I love polls. They're great. Because you can word a poll any way you want. And I'll tell you what, if the poll went out like this, do you agree with imposing a millionaire's tax or having our kids not get an education or kicking seniors out of nursing homes? If you worded that like that, I'm surprised it was only 75% that said yes. I suggest maybe we word it like this. Would you like to raise taxes to balance our budget or balance our budget without raising taxes? What do you think that poll would turn out to look like? Now we talk about the business environment, and I can tell you this. We do have a very bad business environment. It is not business friendly. And I didn't get that while the Tax Foundation may say this. I got that because I am a small business owner. I got that because it was just about a year ago that I stood on this floor and told you the story about a guy who had a company that had 25, 30 employees, just up and left Long Island, went to Delaware, which I believe was number 8 on the list, went to Delaware because he said flat out, New York is not a business-friendly environment. I can't do business here anymore. See, when we talk about the philosophy and which way to go, when we talk about do you have to tax or else, I'd like to take it a different route. How about if we dig deep and we find revenue sources, whether it's legalizing mixed martial arts, that isn't a tax, new revenue sources, or how about becoming a more business-friendly environment? This year, we deferred $970 million in tax benefits that were promised to businesses here. We kicked them back. We said, I know you earned them, but no, we're not going to give them to you. That's not business friendly. Let's shift our focus. Let's become more business friendly. Let's put people to work. We put people to work, guess what? We get them off the unemployment rolls. That lowers our cost. We get them on the payroll. We get payroll taxes. The businesses start succeeding. We generate more business. We can do it that way. It's a fundamental shift. It doesn't have to be tax or else. And this budget, this proposal does not do that. It's taking the wrong direction again. It continues the road of tax and spend. We've got to stop. We've got to do better. We've got to be creative. And for that reason, I'll be voting against this. I urge my colleagues to do the same. Thank you.